It's Thursday, February the 6th. It's the 6th. That means next weekend Friday will be the 14th. So that's
Valentine's Day.
So
don't forget your sweetie and significant other and a person. Hey, there is nothing more rewarding to both Gib and me to have a client when in an interview say something that's complimentary about these videos that we do, but watch it enough that they come back and ask a question that's been prompted and illustrates really how smart all our clients are in thinking through things. Yesterday was a prime example. That was with two delightful folks that we've worked with for a long time, a husband and wife. And the client said to me, John, I want to ask you a question. We follow your videos. We follow what you and Gibbs say. We listen to you on the radio show. And you historically and always say that the market does not like volatility.
And uncertainty.
And because of the uncertainty that is occurring today in the market, do you think we should reduce some of our risk inside our portfolio because we see that there's a big uncertain period? So should we follow your advice?
It's a great question. And I would say most likely your portfolio is already been put in a position where it is somewhat conservative. So that's already occurred. So that if you are trying to get more conservative in a period of time where there's uncertainty, I think trying to time that up to get back in is nearly impossible.
Our acknowledgement to that question in the broader sense of those listening to it and are thinking the same thing is that at this moment's time, if you were taking February and March, the remaining of this first quarter, you would say if you just were simply focused on that, the answer to the question of uncertainty correlation to risk, yes, we should reduce. But if you expand it no more to the year of 2025, with the data we are seeing, with the people, with the understanding we have of the market at this moment's time, in 2025, we believe we're going to be higher than where we are today. If we reduced it now, we would not be able to time it correctly, and we'd miss the opportunity that year end will present. So in the context of the year 2025, it goes back to what Gibbs says. Let's look at your portfolio and decide that risk level today. And for the year 2025, let's adjust based on what you think is right for that year.
11 of the 12 sectors of the S&P 500 in January were up. The only sector down in January,
technology.
So I think there's more risk to the market of being overpriced, which tech, I think we would all agree, for the most part, that sector is. So I think that's the bigger concern for markets is getting the alignment, especially in the tech areas, more advantageous for purchase now. And it's going to take a pullback to do that.
As of January, 64% of the S&P that has reported their fourth quarter earnings are showing positive expectations for the year, this coming year. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to not be bumpy. That doesn't mean that it's not going to create concern in the market and the market's going to react. Right today, the two biggest things that are driving that uncertainty are the tariff discussions and are the immigration and border issues. Now, we could add a third this morning, and you pointed out on our radio, we're going to be adding something or taking away something on a news feed regular basis.
Yeah, every day is an adventure.
That's correct.
And that's not going to change first 100 days of this administration at least. So just buckle up.
So what we're doing is we're reviewing our solution for this specific client was to make some slight changes that got them in a comfort zone but it wasn't wholesale. It was tweaking, and then the discussion, hey, let's meet at the end of the quarter and let's have further discussions where we are. But think in terms of the broader issue of 2025. Let us continue to give you information of what we see. But hey, what a great opportunity for clients to ask good question, and it was such a good question that we got yesterday that it's worth sharing with our whole audience today. We do this each and every week because we know it is your money.
And your money matters.
See you next week.